better. I'm speaking from my experience, almost like in years. All right, let's get started. Thank you very much for joining today's webinar. Primarily, today we're releasing the particular enhancement, particular algorithm we built to find the trend and momentum, the various ways to enter the trade using supply and demand indicator. We last few webinars we focused on how to effectively trade those strategies manually. We talked about how to use the supply and demand indicator, how to find the trend, how to find the higher highs and higher lows, using momentums, breakouts, everything. And also we talked about how to find the choppiness, either to stay away or wait till the breakout. We covered more in detail on how to trade those manually. The reason was, while we are trading manually on those strategies on trend and momentum, breakouts, choppiness, everything, our team was working on parallelly how we can automate all the algorithm we have been testing trading manually for all these months. Here is the version we are excited to release. Now this version, whatever we covered in the previous webinars on the trend, momentum, breakouts, everything, all included in the trading bot. We try to automate everything within the bot itself as an additional trading algorithm, which we'll go through in detail. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, anything that you need a little more clarification, please feel free to type your questions or anything while the presentation is going on. I'll keep monitoring this section so that if anybody have any particular need clarifications on the current slide or current topic, I will pause and try to answer as we go. The more questions you ask, more active you are in the presentation, I think it'll be very helpful to you as well as everyone here. Thank you. All right, so before we get started, I wanted to make sure you understand the risk involved in trading in general. I'm not talking about the BuySide Global. I'm not talking about the trading part. I'm not talking about in general, day trading is risky. Please understand all the information we are going to share is for educational purposes only. It's not meant to guarantee or profit or loss or anything on that sort. All the hypothetical similar performance have certain limitations. We can definitely use those information for backtesting everything, but there is no guarantee it's exactly the same thing is going to happen again in future. Also, please understand that past results are not necessarily indicative or a guarantee for future results. Please understand trading is risky. Please trade only the money you afford to lose. While we are going through the detailed presentation, you might have some questions that you can ask here in the forum, or you wanted to talk to me personally. Here's information, info@buysideglobal.com. You can email me anytime, the whole team. We will, the best way to reach us is email. It doesn't matter what time it is, I think we'll definitely respond back within maximum 24 hours, sometimes on the same day. If you want to talk to us, call us this number 435-659-8581. Call us. So most of the time we can't reply back to the text. Text is not effective way, but call us during Eastern time, business hours only. We'll be able to talk to you. I have a detailed agenda before we going into supply and demand bot, the new algorithm, the demo or backtesting results, everything we're going to go through. But I want to step back a little bit. I want you to understand what's a trading bot. All right. Unless you understand two things: what's a trading bot, how it's different, how it can help you. Also, what are the strategies we built under this trading bot? If you don't understand those things, it's hard to grasp a little bit in the end. That's why I want to start with what's a trading bot compared to your manual trading. Trading bots are generally a software programs that automates your entire trading strategy. When I say strategy, in terms of the way you scan the market, the way you look for the setups, the way you enter the trade, and then look for the confluences, filters, and then how you want to exit, how you want to manage everything put together the trading strategy. You can automate everything. You can tell the bot, like your secretary, tell them these are things you need to look for, these are the filters, these are the way to enter, these are the ways to maintain the trade, exit the trade. Everything can be automated. Don't think like just a buys and sells. It does much more than a buys and sells. It does the market scan, trade setup scan, filtration systems, trade management, risk management. Everything can be done within the trading bot itself. Think like whatever you have to do, if you are performing trading manually, everything can be automated right from the beginning till the end, as long as you put together the rules, everything around it. To give a visual representation, everybody who trades manually, this is what they see. This is what the action trading workflow. What do you do every day? You look for, constantly looking for particular. Some traders have one or two setups. Some traders have only one setup, one instrument, one chart, one time frame. Because they mastered that particular unique setup, unique strategy, they continuously look for that particular entry opportunity. Once they have it, they won't just pull the trigger to make the trade. They cross-check with multiple filtration systems. Simple ones are what? EMA, SMA, RSIs. A lot of ways people want to make sure I see this setup, but I want to make sure all the other indications, indicators, products also indicate the same direction, same confirmation, just to avoid any false trades. So you trade entry, you need a trade confirmation. Once you are in the trade, the next big thing is sometimes you can enter the great trade, but you'll still lose money by not having a proper stop loss, how you manage, how you move, how you adjust based on volatility, and then also you exit. When you want to exit, what are the targets? Sometimes you need to trade differently where you are in the trade. When the price is below your entry, you are in the little bit close to your entry, your goal is to lock in your profits, lock in your price, try to manage your risk, try to manage your downside. Once you are within the profitability, or your price is way above the entry, you're locked in by moving the stop loss. After that, you can relax a little bit, but everything comes together, a complete workflow. I mean, trade entry, confirmation, trade management, risk management. This is very high level. This is what you can look for in trading bot. Everything can be automated. So if you look at what trading bot can do, the biggest power of trading bot come from when you are trading manually. First primary reason is you cannot trade multiple setups. You can, if you are, sometimes if you have 10, 20, not 10, like 3 or 4 screens, you can have same instruments or different instruments on a different screens. You can keep looking for different setups, which is fine. A lot of traders do that, but you can you can dictate the bot to do the same thing. Doesn't matter. You can set up such a way that I want to look for this setup, setup 1, setup 2, setup 3, even more. The way it works is that every time, let's say in a bot, we can tell every time the bot is closing, scan for these 5 setups. If any one of them satisfies, that means I have a setup to make a trade or possible trade. So think like the workflow for the trading bot is every time the bar closes, it can look for, okay, I'm going to look for the breakout. What are the zones? What are the demands? What are the what is the momentum? Everything. If that's there, then that's a setup 1. Setup 2 is, do I have higher highs and higher lows? What is the price right now? What is the breakout structure? Then this, you can set up, give instructions, detailed instructions on each setups. The bot can continuously check those setups on every bar close. Let's say it checks setup 1, it can't find it. Setup 2, can't find it. Setup 3, It finds the right now the opportunity, immediately it switched to, okay, now I find the let's say long entry. Now it can jump onto automatically the filters. You can look for, okay, now I have the opportunity to enter long trade. I want to check what is the trend on the order flow zones, what is the trend on EMA, SMAs, what is the trend on in terms of supply and demand. I can have multiple filtration systems to increase the odds of your bet. Still, I say it's a bet because for me, it's a very highly calculated um, uh, decision, but still there are chances that may go other ways. So understand that trading bot can look for multiple more possible setups, and once it finds at least one possible trade entry, it can go through n number of filtration system. Doesn't matter. You can say check 50 EMA, RSIs. If you can check against out of the zone, check against the trading stop. You can pack everything, and then once it's all satisfied, even one fails, you can say, okay, don't take the trade, just skip it. You can set up everything. This way, trading bot can do all these complex calculation, complex scanning, every single bar close continuously with the same focus, same dedication, morning till the end of the day. The biggest uh, part is the risk management, trade management. The reason why, when I started trading like a few years back, I think my biggest struggle was the trade management. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Once you entered the trade, your money is going up and down. You know how much emotional level you tend to make mistakes. Either you exit super early or moving it in such a in a rush, is still to make mistakes, and then we regret it. What the hell I did? What I did? Sometimes emotions, everything comes in play, we make a big mistake. But when you automate everything in terms of, if you are trading for without your money paper trading, how would you trade? Everything can be automated in terms of where can you start your stop loss, where can you move your stop loss next as a price moves, and then how far you need to stay in the trade, and then what can you have. Do you want to exit based on the stop loss? Do you want to exit based on the target? Everything we can give instruction to the bot. It can do the top till the end. And also you can do additional risk management, something like if I lost so much of money already today, I don't want to trade anymore, because sometimes we do revenge trading, right? So, revenge trading, I lost, I need to get the money back. I'm going to trade some more. All the things can be mitigated by automation. It can punch in those information. If I lose two trades, if I lose this much of dollar amount, stop any new trades. I don't want to take any more trade. I'm done for the day. Or on the context, if the trade is working well, you want to continue, you can continue. Everything can be automated. Okay, so like I said, trading bot is something we can improve your manual trading, because we are too slow to find possible entries, almost impossible to find the trade using multiple setup at the same time. That's why manual traders stick to one or two trade entries. And also, every trade opportunity, we need to make sure, chess, I do check my 2-minute trade opportunity against 30-minute chart, higher time frame or a higher in a different indicator. Everybody have different filtration system to make sure are we in the right direction according to other factors, other indicators, other chart types, longer time frames, everything. So we are too slow to perform those things if you're doing manually, but bot can do in a matter of milliseconds. You can add more number of filters. Also, risk management. Where can you place your stop loss? What is the best way to keep it? For me, supply and demand is the best way. This way, I'm not going to go against fixed stop loss. Where the market demand and zone is supporting, that's where I go. But everything can be automated. Okay. Last point is like we are too emotional. That too, when we are early in the stage, we are too emotional to make such decisions. That's why automation can help you today. Um, Again, the same thing in terms of sometimes we are too late to enter. Sometimes we are doing the revenge trading. Sometimes if you enter that great trade, still you lose money if you do not know how to manage your trade or how to manage your risk, even after great trade. Okay, I think I need to go back. Let's talk about a little bit opposite side. We talked about why you should really consider trading bot. Let's also talk about why you should not use trading bot. All right, this is where I see a lot of times learning trading takes time. This is not something you go and spend some time, couple of days, couple of weeks, and then after 2 weeks you start making money. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It takes a discipline, commitment, as well as a lot of times paper trading, everything. It takes a lot of effort and time to be successful in your trading journey. Sometimes for some it takes even years. For me, it took like almost 8 to 9 months to at least to have the confidence, oh my god, it really works. It takes a lot of time, but a lot of new traders, they really want to skip everything. What they're looking for, give me a software, you see it's a trading bot, why should I learn? Give me the bot, give me the exact settings, I just want to run it, I want to make money, I don't want to learn anything. Then it's not a solution. The reason is trading bot is automation tool. In other words, think like you're cloning yourself to somebody, you're training somebody. You know what? I know this works. I know higher highs and higher lows based trend works. Um, the way you look for the pattern is like this. Look for A, look for B, look for C. Once you find it, okay, check the trend against this indicator. Check the trend against everything. Whatever you are trading, you're giving the instruction to your assistants or your clone so that you don't have to do it. The bot will do it for you. It's not a replacement for you not to learn your trading. That's why I want to make sure if you are looking for a trading bot to skip your learning curve, to skip the whole journey of understanding what is supply and demand, how it works, what are the ways to filter, then it's not a right way, because definitely the reason is that, let's say if you get the bot, it's all the settings comes with the pre-built. You start trading. After some time, the market changes. The market quality, everything changes. One setup is not going to work forever. We need a little bit of tweaking. Uh, you need to add some more in terms of filtration systems, or I wanted to add a little more stop loss ticks to increase the volatility. There's a lot of small changes. If you don't understand it, you will not know how to change your instructions to assistant. I'm talking about the bot. That's why it's always important. Bot is automation tool, but that is not going to replace your necessity for need for learning the trade. Okay, I'll put it this way. If you're looking for a software that you can go on vacation, but after turning it on, when you come back, you expect a pile of cash, then that's not right for you. Think like we are here not only to give you the bot, also going to explain the what bot does. A lot of products in the market, I don't want to talk about bad about them, but my problem when I started was I don't like the black box. I want to know what the product does so that I know when it's doing it right, I want to tweak it, everything. That's why not only we wanted to give you the bot, we also wanted to educate you in terms of what bot does, what bot is looking for, what is higher highs, higher lows, what is a breakout, what is the choppiness, how we detect the choppiness. Everything we try to give the information in the webinar so that if you understand it, if you know how to trade it manually, if you have to give the instruction to the bot, you're gonna get a lot of success. When I say success, I don't want to like promise anything in future, but you're gonna have great experience in terms of your trading journey. You can perfect it, change it a little bit. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. Like I said, best way is pick a trading strategy that you understand very well. You can execute it. You will know exactly how it works, how to enter everything. That's why we are here to show you in detail. But every time you make a small change using bot, you can backtest it. Okay, now I have like 20 ticks of stop loss. Now, what happens if I reduce my risk a little bit? Make a changes. You can back test it with the bot for like past 30 days or 2 weeks. Okay, it's working or not working. You can make the decision right there. Okay, same way. Okay, so like I said, we already did the testing that so that you feel confidence in terms of from the day one. We went through almost 3 months of testing with the back testing and live testing on the algorithms that we taught in last webinars on trend and momentum. That's why here we will, when you before the results, I want to understand a little bit how it works. We'll show the demo in a few minutes, but before the results, I wanted to convey a few more information so that you understand what it's doing internally. I wanted to understand what is the strategy that bot is trading. When you turn it on, you should know what is bot is doing, how it's finding the opportunities, how it's trading, how it's managing everything. Then you'll find a lot more effective. So supply and demand trading bot primarily uses supply and demand zones. That's a primary way it scans the market. Okay, the reason was, again, supply and demand is the most powerful strategy. Doesn't matter you are a day trader, swing trader, or a long-term investor, it works perfectly fine. All you need to know is like how to find the trend, how to find the momentum, how to find the choppiness to stay away. That's the challenge you have, how to take the information and then use it in your trading. Okay, I don't want to take too much time. I just wanted to very quickly run it through how it works. Market always moves in these four zones. Either it's in the accumulation mode, just the choppiness area, and then either going up or down, or in the distribution zone. These are the four regions you need to know: trending up, trending down, or accumulation or distribution. I don't want to take too much time, but if you want to know more about these particular market segments, how to find all those things, please check our YouTube channel. We recorded the previous webinars, everything, but there's more videos to explain everything in detail. All right. This is something we implemented in the bot. That's one of the most promising algorithm. Every time when the market moves uptrend, market does not move in a straight line. It always goes in higher highs and higher lows. So in terms of the higher, once a market moves from low to higher high, the higher low is higher than the previous low. This higher low is previous than the previous low. That's how the market moves even on the uptrend. Same goes to the downtrend. Lower high and lower lows on the downtrend. This is the algorithm we trade manually for a long time. Now bot can scan those things and then make the entry for you. Okay, when the chart look like this in a naked chart, when you look through the supply and demand indicator, you can see in terms of the lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. This is the pattern you can see almost every single time the market is moving. One other way the market moves without higher high and higher lows, sharp spikes, just the demands without higher highs, but those will be short-lived. But still we want to trade. Bot also detects those without the supplies, new demands forming. Still bot will detect. Bot can detect both the higher lows as well as the spike with the continuous demands formation without the pullbacks, without any pullbacks as well. It does on both. Okay, this is just to show in terms of how the uptrend using supply and demand zone, higher high and higher lows, you need to look for particularly the demand zones. Once it's created, it's not interrupted, it's keep on extending on the lower side. On the top, you can see that the supplies are getting interrupted or stopped out. That's a clear indication how the uptrend is continue. Every time there is a uptrend or downtrend, there will be a distribution or accumulation phase. That's what we call it as choppy region. How can you see that one? Opposite of the trending, both supply zone as well as demand zone is forming the top and bottom barrier. Price fluctuate between those areas. For me, the way I see is like a rectangle pattern. It choppiness, price stays in there. So either you can exit on the scenario, or if the price range is really very good height, you can scalp. Currently bought, don't want to scalp, but we can use it as one to exit or to wait till the breakout from the choppy session. That is built in the bot right now. Just so you understand in terms of those things. Again, we talked about those ones. Here's the best example of the same. Here's very high level accumulation, trending up, distribution, downtrend, reaccumulation, trending up, distribution. Now look at it in real time. This is what supply and demand our product sees. When the market goes down, when the trending down, you can see the rectangle formation. What's the rectangle formation? Supply is extended and then bottom demand is extended, both forming a top and bottom boundaries so that the price bounces in between. Market always moves between those. That's why again the next day it's May 1st, rectangle, choppiness, trend, again the accumulation moves down. You can see those every single day. Some days just a rectangle, just a choppiness, the whole region as well. As long as you're able to identify these regions, the 4 regions, trending up, trending down, accumulation, distribution, that's all you need to master the supply and demand trading. That's what bot does. Bot is constantly looking for where are the supplies, where are the demand zones, are the demand zones are created but not stopped, or the supply is like breaking down. So everything is constantly scanning on behalf of you so that you don't have to look at the monitor all the time. Okay, even for, you can, this is a big example here. Even on the completely uptrend 27th of April, we look at the chart in the demo this particular day, how it pans out. Even on the complete uptrend, it does not go in a straight line. On the way, it's going to form the rectangles. On the way, it's going to form the rectangles on the choppy regions, so that you need to either stay in the trade until that choppiness, or wait till the breakout from the choppy region to re-enter again. So that's why sometimes very hard to scan in a manual visual representation, but trading bot can monitor that for you continuously. Every time there's a new zone, it's going to check, okay, where are we? Is it above the previous zones? It's going to check everything for you. You don't have to. Okay, again, more examples. Every day there will be these regions, up, down, choppiness. Okay, all right. So just to summarize, trading bot, this particular version does everything for you. What can it do? It can detect the trend based on higher highs and higher lows, based on supply and demand. It can look for, are there any rectangle pattern forming right now, either for accumulation or distribution. And also it knows when the price breaks out from those rectangle price range. Okay, price was bouncing in those regions for a long time. Now I see the breakout and then pull back in the demand. Everything it can detect right now. Not only that, it can detect the short-term choppiness. It does not detect the long-term, but it does short-term. To explain what is short-term, I think I need to go in detail, but it does look for the short-term. Okay, so let's jump into the quick demo, and then we'll come back to any questions right there. So one of the question is like, if we buy the bot now, if you're going to revisions every 1 or 2 months, yes, when you purchase the bot, as long as your subscription is active, you will be getting the updates. We have the customers already for the trading bot. That means all the current customers who bought back in January, when we introduced from January to till date, everybody is going to get an email tomorrow morning with the updated software link and the instruction to how to install, how to replace, and also they're gonna give everything for them to get started. Yes, answer is as long as you have an active subscription, all the updates, everything will be sent to you as soon it happens. Okay, let me switch a little bit to my chart. Okay. Uh, okay. Um, this is fifth. I think I wanted to. Because I prepared the backtest results as of yesterday evening. That's why I wanted to show. Okay, let me. Here is the bot high-level settings. In terms of it, we have to look for three things: how we're going to enter the trade, how we're going to filter the every single trade right here, state filters, and then how you're going to manage a trade once you are in the trade. These are three main sections you need to look for. Here, today we are going to talk about only trend and momentum, higher highs, higher lows, momentum based trading. That is, everything is on right here. Enter on trend and trend momentum. I checked this particular algo right now. I disabled everything so that we can see what is the impact on the new algorithm that we are releasing today. So I'm going to keep everything as default. I'm not going to change anything. If you install the bot, this is the setting you're going to get by default. You don't have to change anything. The reason is we tested primarily on ES 2-minute chart. This is what setup. Only one setup that you need to change is on the top, because it's the timing. I'm from Chicago right now. That means I need to enter my time. If you are in Eastern time zone, you are in New York, you need to enter 9:30 and 15:30. Why? Market opens by 9:30 and then the market closes by 4 p.m. for you. But I would like to stop entering new trades 30 minutes before the market close. The reason is, let's say the bot enters a trade like 40 minutes ago. I can still stay in the trade, but I don't want to enter a new trade when the market is about to close. I did not find any success entering the trade last 5-10 minutes. I always tend to stay away. If I'm entering the trade, only until 30 minutes before the close. The 8:30 is my Chicago Central Time of the New York market open. If you are in a Pacific time zone, Mountain time zone, make sure this time reflects New York market open, market close. Other one, I set my goal as, in terms of, I can lose maximum of $300. If after that I want to stop. I'm going to answer a little bit more on this one when I show the results, but everything else I'm going to keep it as a default. Again, these are the different algorithms you can turn it on to make the trade entry. We talked about, remember that setup 1, setup 2, setup 3 in the screen. That is what here, trade entry. And then once the trade entry is there, you need to apply the trade entry signal with multiple filters. That's why we have so many filters here to check against out of flow zones, against trailing stop, against the supply demand strength, filters, those things. For the demo, I'm going to disable everything. I'm not going to filter too much, but I'm going to manage the trade this way. Here I'm saying for every trade, when the trade enters, fix the stop loss. I wanted to start the stop loss at 20 ticks below my entry, but adjust my stop loss automatically based on supply and demand. I'll show you what it means in a few minutes. Okay, I'm not going to set the target. I'm not going to set the target. I'm going to enter the trade. I'm going to have the stop loss, and then as the price moves, I'm going to just move my stop loss as a way to exit. Let's take a look. Just want to show in terms of, okay, so you can see visually the market opened here for me 8:30. Can you see my mouse movement? Can you see my mouse movement? I want to point out where exactly I'm looking at so that you can understand. Okay, so higher high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, low, and then once you see that the pattern, it enters the trade, and then the trend continues until the market reverses. Can you see this one? Same way, the momentum in terms of once a market touch the rectangle pattern breakout, it enter the trade again. So this is what we talked about in terms of there are three ways it enters. With if you turn on trend momentum algorithm, it's gonna enter based on higher lows on the breakout or pure momentum with no pullback, just a momentum. All three cases, it is going to take the trade. Okay. Also, I wanted to show a little. Why don't we just switch a little bit? I wanted to show the results what I have and then come back to it. So this is for the past 3 days. I wanted to look for the negatives first. Always know there is no guarantee it's gonna all green days, but look for the week or for the month how much is effective the trade. When we designed the trend algorithm, our goal was to how we can automate if there is a big move is happening, how can we not miss a big move. That's our main goal. We set out once in a while we see in terms of the greatest moves. We wanted to find out those filters, parameters, everything, and then don't want to miss those moves. Look at in terms of 5-5. Okay, let me go back to I'm not sure whether you can see my screen here. Okay, so this is for the past 3 days. I think I wanted to switch back to 5-5, and then I'll explain you in terms of how that particular trade worked. These are the actual numbers during our testing. All right, so let me switch back to my slide. I wanted to switch back to the chart. I want to go to the 5-5. Oh, this is a 5-5. Okay, and then let's go to 5-4, the previous day. Actually, you know what? Actually, I want to go back to 5-5 just to show you the numbers we are seeing is matching. So this is the trades we saw, right? Go to performance, but historical. You can see those numbers, those two trades. Just don't expect this is going to happen every single day. All right, this is not going. All the results shown with the yes, it includes commissions as well. Commissions is included in this calculation. I don't make it 0 because I want to see the net results. Okay. Let's go back to 5-4. Okay. The chart, I always have supply and 3 indicators: supply and demand indicator, order flow zones for the momentum, also the BSG levels. BSG levels is one phenomenal indicator. If you don't have it, I think you are doing a disservice to you itself. Here in terms of, you can see how many times it touches this target and goes back. Anyway, one other aspect I want to point out is that the trading bot inbuilt with the break-even mode. What do I mean break-even mode? In the strategy, there is a setting called break-even mode. If you enable the break-even, you can say in terms of, if right now here I have 12 and 1, it means once the price moves 12 ticks into my virtual profit, I didn't exit the trade yet. Once it 12 ticks, I want to move my stop loss just above my trade entry. This way, I don't lose that particular trade. Look what happened. Since I enabled it 12 to 1, in this case, low, that's a high, lower high, higher high, and then so we saw the pattern. We entered the trade. Look what happened. The market reversed. Since I had the break even on from the entry price, the price at least moved 12 ticks. The stop loss moved from here. I'm not sure whether you can see it or not. The red dots represents the supply and demand based stop loss, whereas the yellow dot is the break-even point. This is why I entered. The bot will move the stop loss here. If the market reverses, I won't lose the trade. But for this to happen, market should at least move 10 ticks in my favor. If it does not move at least 12 ticks, start moving opposite direction immediately, of course I'm going to lose the trade completely. But we have additional layer of making sure the ways to exit. Same way, we can see higher high, higher lows pattern is forming, momentum is there, it reversed, but still we're able to make the trade, that particular trade work out. You can see in terms of those two, same thing. Okay. All right, so let me also want to show some of the bad days, I guess. And so I'm not sure if I can see in terms of right here. This is the best example of we enter the trade here. It didn't even go in my favor, at least 12 ticks, start moving down. This is where it failed. But you can see the market momentum had a very good momentum, but it did not continue once we enter the trade. But here we didn't lose. It still closed above my entry. Okay. $248. I think I wanted to show the same thing in terms of what we have in the charts here. You can see the 248, 176, 183. I think let's go back to 5.2. All right, so let's go back to the 5.2. Right there. I think this is the best in terms of when the market coming out of the choppiness, the distribution zone breaks out and then forming a great momentum, it takes the trade, and then you can see the dots. These dots where the stop loss the bot was managing. Each dot for each bar. When the bar closes, you can see for every bar close where was the stop. From here, the new supply formed. What happened? The bot moved the stop loss from here to here. Once it moved, I think you can see the profit was locked in right here. But also you can see the yellow dot right there. After we entered the trade here, almost after like 8th bar, you can see the yellow dot. It means after the 8th bar, the price moved here 12 ticks above my trade. It moved the stop loss here, locked in, zero profit, zero loss. It moved right there, so that expect it to move further. Next, I think the next zone, the stop loss was here. Another zone, supply zone, stop loss was here. New zone, stop loss was here. Market reversed, trade exited. In this case, I don't have a target. All I have is enabled the auto trailing the stop loss based on the supply zone. Supply zone for a short trade, demand zone for a long trade. That's what it does. And also, if you look at it, I think I'm not sure if you remember that I have the limit as once you reach a profit of 1,500, don't take any more trade, because I'm really happy about most of the days you don't have it. I want to risk my limit my downside. Upside, I wanted to set a number I'm satisfied with. Let's see what happens if I try to increase that, because sometimes there are chances we might get into the choppiness area. In this case, I can really see market moves sideways, but I want to show you in terms of how those work. So in this case, instead of 1,500, I'm going to make it as like, let's say 3,000, just to say I'm allowing the bot to take more trades. Okay. Since I set 3,000, now, okay, can you see this one right now? Down, it took this trade, it worked, but look at here. Once you enter the sharpness, it found the small momentum, it entered the trade, but market reversed. So always know in terms of, don't set like unlimited profit side, limit 1,000 or 1,500. That way, once you reach some numbers, it's always good to exit both ways. Anyway, I will go back to, you know what, just to show you the result on this one. If I, since here, I think it worked, but for me, I would have just kept it as a, okay, the reason is, let's look at the trades. Here's the way. I was high, I made one more trade, the third trade was loss, it went down. So once we are in a good trade, one good trade, I think it's always very good to exit. That's my whole point. Okay, so all right, so let me go back to the, I'll send you this information why in the email, in terms of once you purchase, I'll send those numbers, everything, what what settings we used exactly, and then what are the results we have in there. You can always redo your own testing, changing your stop loss, takes, reduce. One of the question I see here, somebody asked, I see your maximum loss in the bot as only like 300, but why do I see 366 loss on the day? Why do you see 511 loss on the day? Can anyone answer me? Can anyone give me the answer? I think this is it's a great question. It's a really good question. Even though I told the bot my limit to lose per day is only $300, but I lost 366 that day, 512 this day. If you wanted to minimize, I can set it to 100 or even go to micros. So for me, I want to maximize. So the reason why I see 366 or 511, even though I set it at 300, because when I tell bot 300 is my lower limit, that's the maximum I can lose. The way bot does is, before it taking a trade, it's going to check what is the P&L so far. Okay, if the P&L so far, I took the first trade, let's say I lost a trade, it's like 260 is the loss on the first trade because of my 20 tick stop loss. 260 loss on the first trade. Is 260 is less than $300 your limit? Oh yes, 260 is less than your $300 limit. Oh, I'm going to take one more trade. So the second trade, I can lose anything, right? Based on the stop loss, I had 20 ticks or 10 ticks or whatever I enter, that I could lose that particular loss. That's why every time it's going to take the trade, it's going to check what is the current P&L. If the current P&L is above your threshold or below your threshold, and then based on it, it's going to take a trade. In this case, why I see 512? I think because first trade, I think I lost around 255. Because 255 is less than 300, the bot took one more trade. The one more trade also lost, that's added to the 500, if it makes sense anyone. Okay. Okay. I think if you guys want me to go through, I think let me go through a little bit, few more days just to show you. I think let's do that one, because I don't want it to take too much of time, but because I'm going to send it to you once you purchase this information, the settings and everything. Okay, let me just go back a few days so that you can understand, at least to feel confident in terms of, okay, let's go back to the day we're talking about, the day we lost the trade, right? So you can see 1, 2, the trade lost. Look at the performance those days. If you particularly go back to the trade, go back to the trades, you can see the first trade 255 is below the 300 mile limit, so it took one more trade and lost another 255. So that's how we reached 511. You can that's in your control. That's in your control, how much you wanted to limit. If you wanted to, if you are worried about too much drawdown, please move to the you can move to the micros, increase the contract sizes. You can play around the contract sizes. Same template for ES minis will work for ES micros. It won't be the exact results, but it will be comparable because price moves in the same direction. This way you can minimize your drawdown if you are going to play with the micros. Minis, based on our testing, I need to have at least 20 ticks stop loss minimum in my trade. That's why we used. That's why you can see at least if it fails, I'm losing maximum 250 per trade, right? If it fails, maximum 250 per trade. If it gains, I think that's it goes at least as long as I'm going to stay in the trade. There is no limit physically for the those. Okay. Okay, let's go back a couple of more days. You can see those. Okay. Okay. Same thing. Go here. There. Okay. This. Again, this is like in terms of same way, higher highs and higher lows. You can see the momentum there, breakout, it entered. It just stayed on there. One more biggest reason why should the trading bot? You can also trade semi-automatic. What do I mean by semi-automatic? Let's say you can turn on the bot if you use those buttons right here, enter long, enter short, because it has its own algo, right? Bot is going to enter its own algo, but sometimes you wanted to force the trade. You can force the trade. Attach the bot. You can force the trade by clicking the button enter long, enter short. If you click enter long, it's going to enter the trade long, the number of contract you mentioned in the trading bot settings, and then once you entered, you don't have to manage. You don't have to manage because since you force the bot to enter, you made the decision to enter. You force the bot. Now bot is going to manage it for you. What do I mean by that? Once you enter, it's going to follow the instructions in the bot. Where is my initial stop loss? When the market moves, where is my break-even point? And then when the market moves in a favor, it's going to auto manage. It is going to auto manage your stop loss. Move your stop loss right here. It's going to move. So you can do both fully automated or semi-automated, meaning you can force a trade. Still, bot can manage trade management, risk management, everything for you. Okay, you can do both ways. That's why we have. If you wanted to force the bot to exit, you can use the close. You can keep only long or short. This is my favorite setting. Sometimes if I'm testing other algos but still want to manage the trade by the bot, I use these two buttons. You can right there, you can force to take the trade. Okay, I think we are running out of time. We're almost there. I just wanted to go through that little quickly there. Okay. 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 So this is the exact number what we published in the information there. Okay, 24. This is April 24th. You can see those things. Anyway, so I just want to show the results one more time, and then I want to go back to the slides. I have some more information. So you can practice more days. I think for me, this is one template. I didn't change anything. Ideally, I want you to have multiple templates on when the market is trending, big news coming up, all the things. I want to have multiple templates for different days. That's going to expect there. So this way, look for better templates. You can customize both, but it ships with default for ES 2-minute chart, whatever results I'm publishing right here. Okay. Okay. All right, let's move on. Bot can run for futures and stocks. You can run multiple instances at the same time for different accounts or like a different instruments, different futures with the different templates. Like I mentioned, you can also run in semi-automated mode. What do I mean there? You can skip those first and two. You can force the bot to take the trade and let the bot manage the trade for you so that your emotion's still out. You can still do the great job in terms of manage the trade in a systematic way rather than your emotional way. Okay, so the regular price is, in terms of, if you go to the website, the bot is 2499. It comes with all three indicators which built in inside there. Okay, today I think this is the price in terms of if you are going to buy in today or tomorrow. 30% down, 1750, 1899 every year after renewal. 1899 is almost like just $75 per month. If you can't make $75 per month, I'm not sure any tool is not even worth it. So I just want to assume in terms of there's a lot more you can leverage, train, or like a test, automate entire trend and momentum strategy just for like $75 per month this way. All right, so let's one more thing. Okay, for today, the attendees today, I wanted to give something a little more than just the offer of the discount. That's why BSG levels is something this is current at present. This is the most popular indicator right now. I want to show you some of the biggest why this is one of the best indicator right now in the market. As long as there's a little bit of momentum, the certainty of the price going to reach the target estimated by the indicator is phenomenal. Okay, let me show you a couple of days quick. In terms of the way you can see wherever the market opens, it either look for the daily level, green and pink level. Those are the targets. This line printed when the market opens is not something as the market moves. It prints these targets when the market open, does not move until the market close. That much confident that is going to have in terms of the market is going to go there. You can see market is going to touch, reverse, touch, reverse. The probability of touching the target when there's a momentum is phenomenal. You can see how much powerful this indicator is for the target. Every time it touches, it pulls back. Most of the time, it breaks out too, but okay, on the day one here, right here, look at here, touched, reversed, went back and stayed there are the targets. I just want to run it through quickly. Again, price started at almost like 40, 80. Look at here, enter the target, pulled back, went to the target. Okay, started here, went to the target multiple times. It's a clear sign it's going to break through. It did break through. Where did the market close? Ended on the next target. Look at those things. Such a powerful indicator for if you are looking for something, estimate the target for the day when there's a momentum. Again, the market entered somewhere, touched the target, second time. That means more and more it touches, more and more chances are it's going to break through. You can see again, 26th of April, market started, went to the target, pulled back, went to the target multiple times, broken through, went to the next target. Okay, same way. You can see the time and time again, almost except only very few days in the last 1 month, this indicator did a phenomenal job of estimating the target. That too, you can see the power of every time it goes and touches and returning back. Every time it touches multiple times, it's broken through. This pattern you can see again and again. Okay. The reason I'm showing this indicator is because we are going to give this indicator for included free in the subscription for anyone who's purchasing today. So that's why I want to show the power of this particular indicator. If you are the other reason why we are giving the levels indicator for free for the if you're purchasing the bot, remember that we have the manual override, close and then enter long. Let's say you are in the trade, bot enter the trade. You can see the bot enters the target on this BSG levels. You can force close it to maximize your profit. That's why BSG levels is the best add-on product for your supply and demand or any trading in general. If you are trading without the BSG levels, you do not know what is the expected target for the day. This is the great way to find the target. If the market is moving in there, we touch the target, you can confidently force your trade to exit to maximize your trade. Again, so this is the price, 1750, 30% off on the renewals. One more, I want to add one more. Anyone who's buying today uh, today or tomorrow, we are going to offer the 2 days 100% money back guarantee, as well as once it's after 2 days, 30 days exchange guarantee. This is valid only if you are buying today or maximum tomorrow, or first 20. Once it reaches the 20 purchases, we will not be offering this anymore. I think only valid for first 20 purchases. If you go to our website, all sales are final. We generally don't offer refunds because trading success relies on you more than the tool. Tool is just to help you. But this time, we are going to break our return policy, or sorry, refund policy, just for 2 days. Just for 2 days. If you're buying after 2 days, there is no, we'll go back to a refund policy in terms of all sales are final after purchase, but only for today and tomorrow, we're going to offer 2 days 100% money back guarantee. After 2 days, 30 days product exchange guarantee, just so that you can feel a little bit confident in terms of you're taking a, I know it's a big leap of a step. That's why we want to make sure you understand the particular 2 days, today and tomorrow, we have this offer in place. 2 days, 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. The goal is to never miss a big move. Okay. All right. Please take a screenshot. Please take a screenshot. This is the, if you need to buy, you need to go to this this URL, buysideglobal.com/sdbot. This offer is only valid in this URL, buysideglobal.com/sdbot. Use the discount code TREND, TREND, on buysideglobal.com/sdbot to get this price. Everybody who's purchasing today and tomorrow, but only for first 200 purchases. Once we cross to 20 purchases, we will not offer the discount, as well as the today the money back guarantee, exchange guarantee as well. So please take the advantage of the offer that we have today and tomorrow. Use this URL, take a screenshot, take a picture, whatever you have handy with you right now. But that's all I have for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. I can answer that quick. But take a screenshot, take a note of the URL where you can buy the trading bot, buysideglobal.com/sdbot, discount trend. Today and tomorrow you have the money back guarantee for 2 days, as well as free of included in subscription BSG levels indicator, the phenomenal indicator, only for the purchases from today and tomorrow. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you for everyone joining us today. You have a great day. If you have any questions, reach us at info@buysideglobal.com or call us at the number. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much.